Hello and welcome back. This is episode 12 of our Let's Play Eastshade. My name is Kira and we're currently kind of in an icy cavern where we were before. I just literally went straight and found this wonderful little place, so I decided to start recording again just in case it's something fascinating and I don't want you guys to miss out on it. So we're going to go through this tunnel and see where it takes us. I am still looking for a hot spring. I don't know if there will be a hot spring in glacier waters, and it looks like this is a bit freezy sort of place, but hey, we might. Also feel like I need to duck. Looks very, low, the ceiling. And the sound effect is really good. Right, I think I can stop ducking now. Where did this take us? The sunlight hitting the ice is really, really beautiful. It looks very majestic and very vast, which I like a lot actually. I want to keep going straight actually. Let's go straight. Let's go this way. Honestly, I have no idea if there's anything even to be found. I'm just exploring and I like that. I like endless exploration. I just like how pretty everything is. I need to find the hot springs to be able to do the researcher's quest thingy, so that I can get the pass to go in onto the top of the city and be able to do my painting, so that my mother would be pleased. But honestly, other than that, like, we don't really have any serious quest that needs to be done. I think I saw like a building up here, so do you want to go and have a look at that? Not sure if it's possible to. And to be honest, I am a little lost. I actually have no idea where I am on the map. That's a serious problem. But that's okay. We have a winter coat and we've got a boat and we've got, a tent. And it's not a survival game, so I don't exactly need to feed this character, so it's fine. We'll be okay. I don't think we're going to starve to death. Wait, isn't that the city? Isn't that Nava? That is. So we must have come along this way. Oh, lovely. Oh, there's another archway we can go through. Let's go through it. I actually really like the fact that I can actually do this, just like travel along. It's a lovely little archway. I think honestly I'm gonna have to maybe Google the location of the hot springs. Don't know, but that is definitely Nava. I suppose I could hand in all of my commissions and buy a teapot and some and make some mountain tea thingy, so that I can easily fast travel a little. I'm not sure. Not sure if that's a good idea or not either. But I might do it. I think I need to get my boat over this way. I also need to do some fishing to be able to get the giant fish to fulfill that quest as well. Okay, can I disembark here? It's too deep to disembark. Where isn't it going to be too deep to disembark? Oh god, I'm surrounded by rocks. Can I spin the boat? I've literally put myself in a rather bad position here. Maybe I'll go around this rock. And find somewhere to land, maybe? You know, for a little reed boat, this boat is doing pretty goddamn well. Because I don't think all of these surface areas are meant to be explored to a certain extent. But there was an area off the beach. There was like a little island off the beach near Nava that I did want to go and have a look at. It was a little island. And that looked like you could go into it. You might go there. Nice little cove there. There's Nava in all its glory. It is a rather beautiful little town, isn't it? It's very fantastical without being fantastical. It seems like a really old European town, but with a little tiny bit of fantasy added into it. I like it. I'm quite fond of Nava. But I like Lindau more. I think Lindau is just charming. Right, we're going around the island of Nava, because Nava is an island. See? You can also ride the carriage. I haven't ridden a carriage yet, so that might be an idea too. I think that's the little island I was talking about, the one I wanted to see before. I don't think there's anything there, I just wanted to see it. Because I couldn't access it before. I wonder if I can get off my boat here. I mean, the rocks are incredibly round, I'll give you that. Oh, I can, lovely. Alright, let's pack my boat. Okay, there's nothing that great over here. Well, that's disappointing. Well, I guess I'll get my boat back out to cross the water. Because you can't walk across, I do remember that, so you just have to catch my boat for that little distance. Put it away. And off we go to Nava to hand in everything. I can hand in all of my commissions and also the mystery box that's locked. I really want to know what's happening with that. And here we are in Nava. Alright, let's go and talk to some people. It's been ages since we've been to Nava. I feel like it's been ages since we've been to Nava. So, it's the brothers. Need to figure out where the oh, this is. No, I'm just gonna go around until I find. Oh yeah, there we go. This is where I can hand in the commissions. Hello.
Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work.
I know. I just do so many good works. Turn in. Turn in.
Beautiful.
Turn in.
Not bad.
Turn in.
Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work.
Night drummers.
Whoa, that must have been pretty strange to find. No, I don't know anything about that. Sorry.
Okay. Locked box.
Medvi. It sounds familiar for some reason. I think it's the name of the last park ranger we had in the Great Shade. He passed a few years ago. Or was it the grandmother of Lady Samira? I can't recall exactly. Lady Samira does have a bit of a reputation for, acquiring things that belong to other people. Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work.
Might buy a few canvases. I've got plenty of money, so... Oh yeah, I can do all of those paintings. I know where all of those things are.
Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons
bye.
interested in your work.
Bought enough canvases, I think. How many do I have? I've got 5. No, I might just buy 2 more.
Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested. Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work.
There we go. That was a bit more than I was thinking, but hey, it's
Let
fine.
me know if you need any weird tasting ground up plants. Let me know if you need any weird taste.
We're good, thank you.
Ah, you returned. You will certainly live. The water is sourced from the life-giving springs of Eastshade.
No. Fish lady?
What?
That's good. We've already got a fishing rod, so I'm thinking if I buy some thunder trout and then... No, I think we should fish it for ourselves, let's be honest.
Good day.
Blacksmith. Tea kettle, so I was going to buy, thank you. I already have the coat. So I need another one. Where's the tea cellar? Hang on. How do I use a tea kettle? Must be used at a fire or a stove. Okay. Is there someone that has a convenient stove I can just like, you know, set up a teapot on? That'd be great. So do I really want to give this box to Lady Samira? Let's have a chat to Lady Samira. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can decide not to give her the box after I have a chat with her first, so... I hope, anyway. Not sure if that will eventuate, but hey. So pretty. Who's in this room? This is in Samira's room. So it's been a while since I've been to Nava, so I'm a little bit confused now. This one's locked. That one's locked. This is the painter lady. There's Samira. Hello.
You found my box? Oh, such intricate, careful detail in the carving. Can't find craftsmanship like that nowadays. It's just how I remembered it. Give it here, child.
Why is Mediv carved into it?
It's an old family name, you know. Now give it here.
Are you sure it's your family?
Sheesh, so many accusations. Are we partners or not?
Not really.
I waited long enough for this moment. Look, I've got the key. Now give me the box.
You have the key?
Of course. I told you the box is mine.
I think I'll hang on to it.
Why you? I'll give you half the jewels inside. Ugh. Last chance. You'll never get it open without this key.
Lady Samira, I'm just too suspicious of you to give the box. I'll see myself out.
If my legs were working proper, I'd knock that box out of your smug hands.
Okay, so what did it update with? I didn't give Lady Samira the box. She says it contains jewels, but her story isn't ending up. I should ask around to learn more about this box. I agree. Maybe the university person will have some information.
Oh, it's going to be enough. How's the hot spring?
I'm still working on it, but what about the night drummers?
You should ask Leela. She's our head librarian. She knows an awful lot about a lot of things.
Cool, that's done.
Medva is an old Bearfolk family name. A few Bearfolk around here have ancestors named Medva. Our own ranger, Victor, down at the national park is one that comes to mind. His ancestors were voyagers long ago. From what I've heard around town, Lady Samira also has family in the Medva line.
Okay. Let's go and speak to the bear then. Actually, let's speak to the head librarian first about our quest, and then speak to the bear about it. I think that's Park Ranger, the guy we helped with the water fox problem. I think that's him. So, librarian lady is over here. Hello?
Need something?
Yes. Oh my god, kitty, 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 kitty. Hello, kitty, 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 kitty. Okay, now Travis.
You know, it's so strange. Somebody came in just this morning and donated a book. She said to point people to it if anyone asked about night drumming, which made very little sense to me, considering this book appears to be unrelated to that. Not that I'm entirely sure what night drumming is. It was a little peculiar. Just about every sentence she said was a rhyme. Not sure if she meant to do that or if she was just doing it by accident. An interesting woman. I quite liked her. And then here you are asking about that very topic. So, are you a night drummer? Am I saying that right? Is this a new thing people are doing? Oh, I'm always so behind the times.
I really like this bear.
Sounds curious indeed. Anyway, the book is called The First Folk and it's on shelf C.
Thank you. Where's shelf C? Shelf C. I love this quest. Little is known about the first fork of Eastshade. Remnants show activity on the island dating back at least 600 years. The ruins of Tiffmore Bluffs have yet to be closely studied, but it is believed that they were built centuries after initial inhabitation of the island. During Lindale settlement, several relics and carvings were uncovered, but lost shortly after in a catastrophic mudslide. It was previously believed that the first family settled on Eastshade just 200 years ago. We still have much to learn about Eastshade's true first inhabitants. A note slipped out of the pages. Dearest traveller, drumming unraveller, a start we had when you stumbled in. We aren't used to this, me and my kin. A shock it must have been that night to see us running off in fright. I do hope that you weren't offended. That's not how I would like this ended. If you forgive our quick retreat, I think that you and I should meet. Find me before dawn at Mudwillow's Mirror. I hope that I can make things clearer. Oh, sweet. Let's do that. So I think that's just my dad texting about my cat smuggling herself into a bag of clothes that I was about to throw out. I may have accidentally thrown my cat out if she stayed in there for too long. Actually, Sheriff, do you have anything to say? Never mind. You're boring. Is there a stove here? I mean, it's a bakery. They should have a stove. No, they do not. That's bullshit. Alright. I'll start up a fire somewhere and make some tea, I think. Let's talk to him about the lockbox. Hope I can. Hello, Victor. Can I ask you about a box?
What? A box? Why are you bothering me with something like that?
Do you know what mediv means?
I do, actually.
Take a look.
Okay, fine. Let's see it. Well, I can't say I ever expected to see this.
Is it yours?
Medva was my great-great-grandfather. His mother brought him to Eastshade with nothing to her name except some seeds from their homeland. According to the story, she kept them there, in that very box. She wanted to plant them here so Eastshade would share a piece of home. I can't believe you actually recovered it. Makes sense it would be Lady Samira's scheme, but I can't figure out what she'd want to do with seeds. Doesn't really seem to fit her style.
She thought they were jewels.
Well, that's about the best thing I've ever heard. Pretty impressive you managed not to fall for her tricks. The seeds must still be in here. I've got another key somewhere. Unless Samira got to that one too somehow. I think I'll try planting them. In pots, of course. They're an invasive species. Thanks for rescuing this for me. It's nice to have a piece of my family's history.
Oh, glad to help.
You know what? This box is basically a historical artifact. It would be nice for other travelers to see a part of immigrant history. Would you mind delivering it to the innkeeper up the hill?
Sure. Alright, up the hill we go. Back to the inn. Do. Hello, innkeeper.
My great-great-grandparents built this log.
Okay, give Victor's box.
What an ornate box. Oh, this is the famous seed box of the Medvay family. I guess it's fitting to display it here, this being the place the Medvay settled.
Does everyone in town know about this box?
Not at all. But us innkeepers, folks tell us things. Just the other night, I heard the wildest story about a strange musical group out in the woods. You ever think of all the interesting stories we hear night after night?
Sounds like an interesting profession.
I'm gonna set up a nice plaque for this. A traveling box. How fitting for an inn.
I'll take a ring.
All right then. It's just up the stairs, second door on the right.
Does he have anything? No, he doesn't. Bye. I don't actually need a room, but that's fine. We already read this book. We already done all that stuff, so we'll just go back out. We now need to go to... You know what? I'm going to see if I can set up a fire around here. Ooh, there's some bears sitting over there. Maybe I can have a chat with them. Is it bears or owls? No, I can't talk to them. They won't talk to me. Just having a lovely little picnic by the looks of it. I'll leave them be. See if I can set up a fire here. Actually, I don't need a raft. Set up a little fire. The tea kettle on. Mountain wort. Brew. I brewed a mountain wort tea. Does it have mystery blend? Mystery blend. Scrapbook tea. I don't know what that one does. Inky cat. Mystery blend. Roots. Mystery blend. Bloomsack tea. What happens if I mix them together? Mystery blend. Okay, I'm just gonna make some more mountain wort tea. I mean, I don't need all this mountain wort, and this is the fast traveling tea, I think, so... Alright, I think that's enough. Actually, no, we'll just brew them all, because, like, what's the point? I don't need a lot of wine bloomsack now, because it just... I've already made the boat, so I can always just reuse that. I don't actually need it, so... Let's just make them all into tea. Tea! Alright, there you go. So, drinks. Bubbly! What does that do? Oh my god, it makes everything kind of like really pretty. I guess it lets me like travel sort of freely, and jump over things and stuff. Makes me a little bit floaty, a little bit high maybe. If I drink a curious blend with unknown effects. It tastes sweet with notes of spice. I'll have some water to get rid of whatever. Okay, I want to go to Mud Willow's Mirror. Drink a mountain walk tea to walk to this location? Sure. Okay. Oh, here we are, and it's raining. Okay, rest of the terrain has loaded in. Great. I have to be here just before dawn. 7:30 p.m. So I might bring out a tent and might sleep until it is there you go, 4:30 a.m. I am going to chuck a quick save. Oh, and there's a lady. Hello?
You got my message. And you came. Oh, it's so good to finally meet a Skyfolk. I mean, other than Mudwillow. But I guess she's not really a Skyfolk since she does live underground. Maybe you've met her. Anyway. Please, forgive all the sneaky. I should introduce myself. I am Alejo. My people call ourselves Machra, but I believe your people might better know us as the First Folk.
Why all the secrecy?
Sadly, my people wouldn't exactly approve of me meeting with a Skyfolk. Please, don't take that in a bad way. As a people, most of us are just very...
Shy?
No, more like... I guess you could say we do not like to mingle with outsiders.
Xenophobic.
But not me.
Oh.
For as long as I can remember, I have been fascinated by the Skyfolk. The stories, the architecture, the language. I have dedicated quite a lot of time to learning your tongue, after all. I am grateful to Mudwillow for being such a willing teacher. And the variety. Is it true that there are bear folk?
Certainly.
Do they have temper like a bear?
No, they're nice.
More lies my people tell themselves. I see. I have so many questions for you. I hope it's not too bad to ask, but is it true that your people are removing the eyes of the firstborn?
Not true.
Aha! I knew it! I wonder what other lies my people are making up about the Skyfolk. And what is your trade?
I'm a painter.
Wow, that's very good. My sister is an artist too. She's an etcher, carves designs into the walls and such things. Well, I should probably leave here. Someone will notice I'm gone if I'm out for much longer. Ooh, tell me, do you think you could make me a painting of the big city? Mudwillow told me about it, but I want to see it. That would be incredible. I don't have much to give you, though. We could meet here again, same time tomorrow night.
I can do that.
That would be incredible. Paint it from afar, yes? I want to see the skyline. To be honest, I like to be beneath the sky and stars. I think we all do. That's why every so often, some of us come up here to make music. To feel the rhythm of music under the stars. Most feel it's worth the risk of being heard. I think I'm going to make a habit of coming up here every night. I hope to see you soon. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
Indeed. Okay, so there's like a massive storm brewing. just outside my house. It's been really humid, and I guess it's because it was about to storm. Lovely, just what I needed. So we need to go back to Nava, I guess. So we're like here. I need to walk towards Nava and get a painting of the city for the shy first folk. I like these quests. I like the little stories behind everything. I still need to look for the goddamn dad that's gone missing, but in the meantime, let's just get a painting of Nava and finish up this storyline. Oh no, I picked up like this. I just can't resist. Oh my god, it's pouring raining. Well, there goes the idea of my little afternoon walk. I was going to go for an afternoon walk, but I guess I'll just walk around the house or, you know, walk up and down the corridor of my unit block instead. My rehab lady is recommending that I try to go out every day, just to not be so housebound. So there's like, we set up a schedule. Well, I set up a schedule for myself, like waking up at certain times, trying to do certain things at certain times, things like that, just to, you know, not isolate myself in the world too much. This is my previous little craft. Anyway, I can't get on it again. That's fine. I think I've still got one in my bag anyway. Yeah, I do. Oh, this is, that's not my craft. It's, Thingy's craft. Never mind. This is a tall bridge. I'm going the wrong way for Nava. Brilliant. I was going the right way for Linda. But I love this little house. It's so cute. But I'm not really big on living in houses. I prefer units. And I think it's just because, I grew up in Korea, where everyone lives pretty much in unit blocks. And they're huge unit blocks. Like, 20 floors is normal. Hello?
Ooh, thanks for the painting. Bye now.
Hang on, do you have anything else to say?
Thanks.
No.
Bye now.
That exhausted your dialogue thing there. Alright, so so I'm used to living in units. And when we first moved to Australia, we lived in a tiny unit block. And then we bought a house. We lived in that one for a while. Then we sold it, and then we lived in other houses, and then we bought another house, and it was like a massive 3-story house. And honestly, it was a little bit too big for my family of 3. So we sold it. My parents bought a unit. I bought a unit, and now I'm probably going to buy another unit near my parents' place, and probably get rid of this one because honestly, I'm having some massive issues with the strata. So strata is like the people that manage my unit block, and they're doing a terrible job. I pay a lot of money, and I don't know where the money's going, and I'm not happy. So I'm probably going to, you know, say bye-bye and move somewhere else. There we go, painting done. Okay, is another quest I can do in the meantime? Ignoring TM's command. Thomas apples. We need to find the father for that one. Yeah, the rest is all normal stuff I still need to do. Actually, what I'm going to do is, I feel like when I took the air balloon ride, I should have looked around for a hot spring there, because it feels like there should be a hot spring there. So I might take another air balloon ride in the meantime and see if there is a hot spring in that area. Besides, the air balloon ride was fun. So let's do it. Is she gonna give me a free air balloon ride, or do I have to pay for it again? I don't know. Do I have to pay for it? I don't know. If I do, I think I've got plenty of glowstones anyway. Doo-doo. Hello, lady. Hello.
Well, what do you say? Up
Yes,
for a trip
please.
to the mountaintop?
We'll just skip this. Oh, it is pretty.
Golly, here we are! Even more spectacular than I always dreamed.
Okay.
Feel free to walk around and take in the sights.
I feel like there should be a hot spring here somewhere. I don't know why I'm thinking that, but if they said it was like all the corners, so was there also a commission for mountain snowscape? This is mountain snowscape, isn't it? Let's see if that works. There we go. One commission done. Did I go up this way before? Maybe I should go this way. Seems to be another sort of path. And there's a hot spring. I am good. Yes. Empty vial. Alright, now I just need to find 2 more hot springs. By the way, when I was in Japan, I stayed in a beautiful onsen, which is a traditional, well, which is the hot springs, but I stayed in a ryokan, which is a traditional inn. And for one, the food was freaking amazing.
Are you ready to head back?
Yes, please. And the service there was just, actually, it was almost difficult to deal with because they were so careful and like so. The service was like way almost too much. Like, if you're just wondering about the hotel and you come across one of the
Thanks again for all your help.
the service people,
There's nothing so exciting
or like the
as bringing people on a
the
great
employees
adventure.
at the place, like they bow and they're like, "Is there anything we can help you with? Do you need anything?" It's just like, "No, I was just walking about." And when I was like, when we're eating, you get a dedicated server. A dedicated server who gets upset if you try to pour your own drink. She literally like, so some of the food that I had, because I stayed there for like 3 days, some of the food was like, you know, hot pots and stuff, and there was like there was like a paper nabe, so it's like a paper hot pot, and obviously the paper is like made with, I think it's like made with like oily thingies, so that obviously it wouldn't burn. And it was able to contain all the water and stuff. And like she would cook everything, give me all the stuff to eat, poured all of my drinks, and as I said, got pretty upset when I tried to pour my oh my god, I'm so sorry. So like when I tried to pour my own drinks, she would get upset. And like all of the meal was prepared for me. Like there was a pot of rice that they would make just for me. I'm like, I can't eat all this shit, but they'll still make it. Even for breakfast, like all of the food was just mind-blowingly amazing, and it was always the same server for me. And that's how they like organize it, so that you're always dealing with the same people. It's kind of important to them. And it was just beautiful. And they also had so they had the normal onsen in the ryokan itself, but they also had a like an onsen that was in the mountainous area, like up the hill, and you could actually rent that. So it was a private onsen just for yourself, for, you know, I think it was for like an hour or two, and it wasn't cheap. I think it was about $70 to have that to myself. Completely worth it because I had it during a lovely little evening. It was cold, and just sinking into that hot water by myself under the starry skies was just mwah. It was brilliant. It was amazing. I just can't express how wonderful that experience was. The onsen itself is good, but I really, really, really loved the idea that I had the whole place to myself, and that it was under the starry skies, and it was amazing. It was beautiful. Honestly, if you can, I mean, it's not cheap. It was also very difficult to book because there was no English website. So my cousin had to actually organize, because at the time they weren't accepting any foreigners, so you couldn't actually book from overseas. So I had to get my cousin to get a friend of hers who lives in Japan to book it for me. It was kind of crazy, but totally freaking worth it, and it was amazing. Like, it was very expensive. It was the most expensive out of my trip, but staying in Kyoto and going to a traditional inn is an experience that is definitely worth it, I would say. At least for a night. Like, honestly, 3 nights was a bit too much, I think. But at least for one night is something you should definitely give it a go. I would highly recommend it. Beautiful. Made me happy. Alright, lady, let me sell you some weed.
weeds for me, traveler?
Yes. I'm gonna sell them all. It's not like I need them. What do you do
have
with
any
them?
weeds for me? I still like to. I am channeling the energies of the universe.
You do your thing. No, don't ooh at me. Right. So what time is it then? Oh, it's still like AM. Okay, so maybe I'll do some fishing then. I think that's something I do need to do. So I'll do some fishing. Catch a whole bunch of the little fish so that I can go and catch the big fish. Yeah, there's plenty of fish here. Fishing pole. Set bait. Made a catch. Made a catch. Catch. This is the easiest fishing thing ever. Oh, it got away. I think it's basically you just wait until, like, for a little bit and then just hold the mouse button down and it works most of the time, I think. There we go. I'm gonna catch until all of my mushrooms and eggs run out. And then go fishing for the bigger fish using the smaller ones. I don't remember where the bigger fish is, which is a problem. But luckily the water is always clear enough that I can see what fishes are available. Oh, got away. There we go. I mean, I like the fact that there is a little fishing minigame, and I like the fact that there is a quest related to that. Set the bait as... what are these? I don't know how many mushrooms I have. I don't know how many of the little fishes I have either. But I don't really care. the game, it's not, it doesn't have a lot of depth, I would say. Like, once all the quests are done, I'm not really quite sure if there's it's a game that I'm going to continue to play, because there isn't a whole lot you can do. I don't think there isn't, like, it's not as if I can become more famous or, you know, anything like that. I don't think. It might be interesting to have like a goal, like once all of the painting stuff is done for my mom, then maybe it should be that I'm now working towards getting an exhibition set up for all my paintings or something like that, and then have a quest where I'm trying to sort out a whole bunch of paintings, so that, like, a whole bunch of different paintings, so that I can have an exhibition. And if the exhibition is successful, then maybe you know, I can become a famous painter, something like that. I think that would be something kind of cool. I mean, the commissions is a good way to go. I really enjoy the commissions bits, because it makes you look around the environment looking for that particular thing to do, to paint. And it gives a little, you know, besides the glowstones and all of that. Because at the moment, I don't think there's a whole lot I can spend my glowstones on. I can buy a bike. Actually, I should buy a bike. I'll go to Nava and buy a bike. Actually, do I really want a bike? Oh. Do I really want to buy a bike? Maybe I should. I mean, I've got plenty of glowstones for it. Oh, I got all of the fish I can. Okay, so how many little fishes do I have? Fishies. I have 37 of them. I think that's enough. Alright, let's go back to Lindau and buy that goddamn bicycle. I mean, not Lindau. To town and buy the bicycle. Maybe save. We've got plenty of time to do that because it's only 11:28 a.m. So we can't go and give the painting to the night folk, like the first folk people, until much later. So hang on. This doesn't get me to the city. Oh no. Shouldn't have come up here. Alright, need to go to Nava. Let's have a look at the road sign. Lindau, Nava. Let's go towards Nava. Oh, the eclipse is happening, I guess, from the darkness in the sky. An eclipse every single day. What is happening in this world? I mean, eclipses are rare in our, like, it's not rare, but we don't get a full eclipse, and we don't get to see it all that often in our world. And honestly, the planet thingy that's in the sky really looks like the Earth. So I'm going to put it out there. We're in Mars. It can't be Venus because it's too hot. Maybe Mars, the red planet. Maybe a colonized Mars. Don't at me. Or it's a different universe altogether, where Mars is habitable. I don't know. I don't think it really matters, but I do like the idea of thinking about it like that. Now, where's the bicycle person? He's around here somewhere. I really, really like Nava, despite my inability to actually navigate it properly. But that's just because I'm a lost child and we're bugged out again. Well, I guess that's it for this episode. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. Mwah.